I think, and sometimes I think that this is ironic because it seems to offend people when I say it, but um, I have not yet seen anything that's more effective than having love for that which you oppose, and like getting out of this whole trying to be thick-skinned. Like I had a friend of mine who was he was using this phrase, like a mentor of his, that had said someone was really hurling insults at him, and my friend at that time was kind of green at what he was doing. He says, "Good thing you're made out of, you've got thick skin." He says, "No, good thing I'm made out of smoke," right? Because the ability to not get sucked into it and to be powerful and steadfast in my convictions, but to not do it in a conflicting way. Like I've got some. Facebook is unfortunately, it's a tinderbox for that sort of stuff, right? And it's gotten some of the fringe people out of my life. Mm-hmm. But I remember somebody, and I really like this person. But she's always about, this is horrible. We need to stand up against this. And a friend of mine who really doesn't have skin in the game and doesn't know her, his comment just kind of changed the whole tone. He says, well, she says, I've done this and this and this. What have you done? He says, well, I work with people so that they can have a change of heart and mind, mm-hmm. and open up what they're perceiving. And suddenly there was no this or that. It's not like what you do isn't important. But if you do it with a whole bunch of anger and hatred and them, right. You are doing exactly the thing you're trying to get rid of. And Einstein, right? You can't change something with the same thinking that created it. So I think oftentimes where I notice, and that's why I really have gotten better about doing this stuff, writing on a Facebook page, because the point is, do what you need to do, but you don't do it through anger. Like I do not remember Rosa Parks getting on a bus with a submachine gun. She sat in the front of the bus. And that was astonishing to me, how calm but steadfast and powerful that was.
Yeah, I get the sentiment, and to some degree, within reason, sure. But, I don't think the right response to Hitler rising to power was, hey, all opinions are valid.
Right? No, but see, that's... but wait a minute. This is exactly where I feel like I get derailed, which is why I want to have a conversation and not write it on a page. I never said their opinion wasn't valid. I said if I get as angry and hateful as they are because I know what they're doing is wrong, sure. I'm now sucked into the same cesspool and I become impotent. I can't do anything.
If I'm during the Civil Rights Movement, or even now, to say, Black Lives Matter, that's going to piss off a racist. I'm okay pissing off a racist.
But if I'm saying it and I'm pissed off at the person I'm saying it to, then okay. I'm right in that same thing.
It's okay, because if you're angry about someone else's inherent rights being denied, that's a valid reason. If I say, you know what, if I walk up to people at the alt-right rally and go, you know what, let me understand you, that's fine. But I want to tell them what you're doing is disgusting. So we can do both. We can actually say, this is an affront to human rights. And I know there's a story you tell yourself about why you do it. So yeah, we're going to always try to not be hateful, but that doesn't mean we say, I'm going to just let everything slide.
Well, wait a minute. Because
we have to respect time. We can talk about this after, because we have to go.
But you're mixing two things up which don't go together. I don't know of anybody that's been effective, a martial artist, someone who's really effective. Gandhi, he did things which were hard, which changed the world.
I think you're editing history to choose the things that you like about activism. When people have marched for gay rights, they haven't said, hey, you know what, it would be nice if we had equal rights. Okay. No, when people opposed slavery, they didn't say, hey, this is great, we're just going to let you do what you do. So sure,
but I'm not putting those things together. You're blending them.
Sure, there have been
You're blending two things which are not, they do not go together.
So,
like later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, that's why our interdependence matters, but we have to tell people who don't believe that, yes, we are connected. And yes, everyone is equal, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexuality or their nation of origin. We're going to